show up.
Oh shit! The Northern Lights will be visible tonight.
Here? Oh shit! I gotta look at that. Send me that.
How?
Text it to me.
Funky baby. Huh? Oh. Never.
39 and 2 for 70.
44.
4 and 4 and 7 and 7.
Buy some shoes. Mr. Allen.
My forehead is white.
12 for a burger. What?
12 for a burger. 12 for a burger.
12 what for a burger? 12 for a burger.
$12. Dollars. All right, what am I doing? I'm just waiting. All right, we're gonna start.
Yeah, you recording?
We're gonna start now.
Okay, kids, let's go.
There has been an awakening.
I need a beverage.
Have you felt it?
When was the last time I recorded a
It's one of the best
podcast
sounds
without a beverage?
in all of Star Wars.
Hello, what have we here?
You guys are so funny.
Hello.
Holy shit. It ain't C3 penis face and R2
What's up, Chainsaw?
Holy
Hello there.
shit!
Looking. Found someone you have, I would say.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Cassian Andor is one of the greatest trailers in all the land.
I agree.
All right.
It was supposed to be out by now, wasn't it? The original was like a date was today, wasn't it? Or is it next?
I think it's next.
Next August. And now
Next August.
it might as well be next August. That's what it feels like. No,
Yeah.
it's next September, man. All right, well, I do agree. The trailer was great.
You know why it's great though?
I have a lot of reasons and a lot of thoughts, but you guys have seen it already. You guys probably already talked about it, but we're late. But we're gonna recap it.
Yeah, we. I'll just throw this out there right now, right off the bat, because I'm so fucking hyped for the show. Everybody knows that. And then, even before the trailer, I was hyped. Everyone knows I'm a big Rogue One fan. And then we got the Rogue One news today, which we'll get into a little bit.
God, dude.
But when I watched this trailer, I felt like I wasn't even watching a Star Wars trailer. I felt like I was watching one of the most badass action war movies of this era, and it just happens to be a Star Wars trailer.
Yeah. Which
It
is
just-
the feeling that we've been looking for.
Exactly.
For a
And
while.
there's not one reason, there's not 1,000, there's no reasoning behind it. It might be,
It's a feeling.
it is. Is
I agree
it
with that.
timing? Is it
Oh, it's a lot of
hype?
things,
Is it
maybe.
lack of launches recently? Maybe a little bit of all of it. But we just watched it, and I still got the exact same feeling.
Yeah, we just rewatched it.
Like, I don't even feel like I need to know anybody in the whole fucking trailer. It could have been called Wisdom Wop. a brand new character.
Can't make me laugh too hard.
And
I'm coughing around.
Mon Mothma didn't have to be in it. I get it. I could walk into this not knowing a fucking thing about Star Wars, and I'd be like, "Yep,
Well, we know the scenario.
I get it." Well, right, but I get it. You could walk in.
Well, I was just thinking about the people in the trailer that we actually do know already. It's just Cassian
Saw,
and Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma, I believe.
So everyone's going to be new, like this main dude.
Bar
Skarsgård
Gullet.
boy is going to be new. Bar Gullet is not in this. It will be a confirmed failure.
See, what I
honestly.
don't want and what will piss me off is if we find the origins of Borgullet and how Saul got him. I'm not joking, but that's the shit that Disney's been pulling.
I want
We
the
need to-
origin for K2, not the
Yes.
origin for Bar Gullet.
But that's what I'm talking about. They feel like they have to explain everything through scenes, and it's like, no, you don't.
So we're going to have Saw Gerrera at the market picking up a new
Dude, we've gotten reasons and ways that, I don't know. It's... What was
Already
it?
pissed about
No,
Bar
it's
Gullet.
it's like in the Bad Batch episode where they had to explain. I know it wasn't Jabba's Rancor, but Bib Fortuna was buying a Rancor in one of the episodes, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
my eyes can't roll any harder. Like, I don't need to know that.
Right.
I don't, even as a huge Star Wars fan, like, I don't really give a shit. The Rancor's cool enough. I don't need to find out where this specific one got picked up along the way. It's like, it doesn't.
Especially not at the expense of, like,
Other,
potential good content.
other opportunities, yeah. But to get back to it, Andor. First of all, the first thing that jumped out to me was the sound design, the score was just punching you in the face, and you just, whether you're paying attention or not, you couldn't. Not even like if I wasn't even watching the video, if I heard that, you just feel that ramp up of anticipation, and you just feel it, and then it comes
the
to
Star Destroyer rolling past.
You feel it.
Yeah.
And you're right. You feel it. You don't even have to see it. I don't know.
It's a total vibe, man. Well, I've talked about the brand of Star Wars a bunch, you know? Like, you just kind of feel like you're in the Star Wars universe. And they're really good at that, but in this one, it feels even more so.
Fresh. It feels fresh.
But it also
Excitingly fresh.
Yeah, like, fresh, but also, you know, like, there's a lot of, like, Dirty Rebellion stuff.
Yeah, but we
There's
haven't
a lot of grunginess.
But we haven't seen that. We really have only
there's
dabbled.
a little bit in the trailer.
I feel like this doesn't feel like Star Wars, which is the nice thing.
Interesting. I think it feels very Star Wars, and that's why we're gonna like it. Maybe it doesn't feel like the past like 3
in many
years
ways,
of Star Wars.
I think maybe that's it.
Which is unfortunate to say, but you know.
But there's exceptions, and I don't want to, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to categorize like the newest stuff into one basket because I do think there are outliers, Rogue One, and even like Bad Batch, and like there's.
I saw some of the hooligans defending the sequels in the chat, in the Patreon group chat the past day or two.
Yeah.
I approve. I'm good with that. I like it.
Look, it's hard to, but there is a lot of good stuff that came out of the sequels too. But yeah.
That's what I meant.
Oh, sorry.
Did I say prequels?
Yeah, I think so.
I apologize. Obviously, we all defend the prequels. We're millennial era goodness, but sequels I'm talking about here. Sequels. Yeah, man. So we'll float in and out of Cassian, I think, about talking about this show and this trailer. I want to kind of walk maybe through some of the scenes.
Well, you know what?
And come through that. But have you any reflections on Kenobi now that it's been a month or two?
You know what the bad thing about Kenobi is? Well, I'll say this for me. The bad thing about series is I'm not as I don't like rewatching it. It's not high on my priority list. I don't know why. There's good content there, but it's such a chunk of time. It's weird.
Yeah, I would rewatch like episode 3 and episode 6 of Kenobi.
Yeah,
because I know like that's when those two big showdowns happen.
And I've done that with Clone Wars, like the most recent or the last season of Clone Wars. I've gone to the last 2 episodes and just watched those because that's the heavy shit.
Girls. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm extremely happy with it when we're talking about Obi-Wan, but I'm not in a rush to rewatch it. Actually, in fact, I'm
another level.
This feels true. This feels right.
It feels true.
No, it's weird because
no stranger danger about Cassian Andor.
I know we've talked about Obi-Wan was slotted to be a movie and then they changed it. It feels like it. It feels like it could have been a 2.5-hour movie and they stretched it out a little more and they added a couple.
Well, there's your feeling. So that feels like it was supposed to be a movie and they changed it. Maybe Mando, you can feel that they shot it with that fucking 360 screen technology stuff. Like I can feel that it's different. Whereas they planned I think this is like the first Disney Plus show that started production, if I'm correct. Like they started working on this, I think, before even Mando.
Jesus.
I want to say.
I don't know. I can't confirm that.
I think it's the second one they announced.
Sure. It's clearly the production's there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. It feels heavy, and all we've seen is 2 minutes of it.
I do have a point. Filming began at the end of November 2020. So, yeah, but pre-production was way before that even. Like when they started going through the story.
Yeah, so maybe a year before.
Casting and getting all the props built and everything like that.
So probably November of 19.
Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. And then The Mandalorian. Okay, well, I lied. But it feels like again, maybe I'm claiming that because that's how I feel watching the trailer. It feels like they knew what this was going to be from day one. It didn't get fucked about. I mean, obviously we've been waiting for it for almost 3 years, but like they didn't fire the director. They didn't change it around.
That's what I was just going to fucking interrupt.
It's one vision. It feels like it's tied to Rogue One, and they've been trucking with it since they announced it. You know what I mean?
They put their blinders on and focused on Andor,
That's
and
a good
that's
way
what
to
it,
say it.
and that's what it feels like. Because that's what I was going to add. There's been no drama. I have heard nothing, which is almost nice.
Like the only thing is that they pushed it back from August to September, which
And
they did with Kenobi as well.
That might have been more of a marketing thing. You never know.
Yeah.
They could have been like,
well,
people
you know,
probably
that's true because we got the new Game of Thrones and we have Lord of the Rings coming out like right.
Yep.
in,
And
like, a
Obi-Wan
week.
wasn't that long ago, so people might still be catching up with that. So maybe there was more of a marketing thing rather than production, but
Possibly.
possible.
Yeah, it does. It feels like you put the blinders on. That's the best way to say it. People need to do that more often.
But look what we got.
Well, we don't know what we got yet. Trailer looks good though.
So when I rewatched this in a hotel, it was only I think my second watch through of the trailer.
Yeah.
The immediate storyline that came to mind when Cassian was talking through, because he talks about stealing from the Empire, was Robin Hood. Because it showed right when he says stealing from the Empire and that they're big and fat and
Content or whatever.
yeah, whatever he says.
Satisfied.
They zoom in on his like moccasins that are like
Yeah,
wrapped.
I saw. He's wearing some.
And I like Robin Hood was in the back of my mind, and when I saw his feet, I was like, oh, fucking Robin Hood.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which is fine because that Space Robin Hood, how fucking cool can you get?
Hell yeah,
starting a rebellion. Rebellions were built on moccasins.
He is wearing some fresh Minnetonkas in that scene, though.
Minnetonkas. Chattanoogas.
Yeah, he does have the mocks. Does have the moccasins on.
But yeah, I'm excited because we all know that story, but to see it spell out in space and to be the spark of the rebellion, spark. And we get to see Mon Mothma possibly be a psychopathic badass.
Yeah, so that's what I got when I was rewatching it today. I saw Mon Mothma stuff and the Senate chambers.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting like a cloak and dagger political Coruscant thing.
Yeah.
I talked about like it's been years probably, but like a
Yes.
Plagueis and Palpatine thing from before episode 1 would be awesome to see.
Yes.
But
It's been 84 years.
since I brought that up. But no, I'm getting those vibes now. Like we're back on Coruscant. That hasn't happened for a while.
Dude, the Senate chamber was like a punch to the face.
For everyone that shit on episode 1 back in the day for being too political and making fun of people just standing in the Senate chamber and talking, I feel like that's one of the most iconic areas in all of the Phantom Menace.
Oh yeah.
Like seeing the Senate chamber in Cassian Andor trailer is like
Even when you're
that
playing,
brought me back instantly.
Even when you're playing like Battlefront 2, like when you can go inside, like even Camino, like a lot of those bubble things, it takes you right back to the prequels, and it's like, oh, this is fucking awesome,
dude.
But it
love that.
starts off with OT stuff because you see the Star Destroyer come in, and then it goes back, and then you see the Senate chamber, and you're like,
yeah,
I
know.
It's bridging the two. I can't fucking
it
handle it.
really did, man. It really fucked with me. And I also saw some like clone trooper helmets. Looking.
And who's the guy? Who's the main guy? That must be another senator, right?
Let me throw this up real quick.
The main guy that Cassian Andor. What's
I assume he is a senator as well. Yeah.
is he the guy who plays Davy Jones?
No, we talked about this.
He
It's
plays
his
Bootstrap.
Bootstrap Bill.
That's right. So he must be another senator or something from another.
I assume he is. Yeah, from a different planet.
Well, and the other thing is, so he's going to be bridging Mon Mothma and Saw Gerrera, who are going to eventually be at odds with each other, which is going to play out hopefully in front of us.
And then we get into Rogue
That they're
One,
on the same team, and then he's cutting people's throats, and Mon Mothma's like,
We don't like to deal with terrorists.
Yeah, we're no better than. Oh, dude. The one thing. We're jumping around here. The one thing in the Rogue One book that I've read was Saw Gerrera's faction are the quote-unquote terrorists that the Empire thinks the rebellion is. And I thought, when I read that, I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
They're pointing at Saw Gerrera's group and saying they're all like that.
Right.
And then, you know, Mon Mothma's over there just trying to be like, hey, we just want peace.
So the PR for the rebellion's like, pissed off because Saw Gerrera's messing with their brand. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Which I thought was awesome.
That is cool, man.
But
All that
that's
political stuff I want to see.
right. And there's that political machine that can play off that, and people will rise up and be like, no, fuck the rebellion. You see what they're doing? They're killing innocent people.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they may or may not be. Well, Cassian did.
He's been fucking around, dude.
Shoot them all.
I mean, I'm curious to see who this. What's his name? I gotta say his name so that I'm not like
Cassian Andor.
Yeah, Cassian Andor. Let's see. IMDb.
Davy Jones, Star Wars. Wednesday movie. What?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Let me cut up.
Wednesday Addams.
Cut up the screen, y'all. Oh yeah, She-Hulk starts tomorrow.
Jesus.
See? Phase 4 is awesome. Fuck She-Hulk. Fuck Miss Marvel.
I never said Phase 4 was awesome.
Yeah, you did.
It's my favorite.
What? I never said it was awesome. I said it was my favorite. What are you talking about?
Oh. Wednesday Addams series on Netflix?
Yeah.
Or is it a movie?
It's Tim Burton.
Dude,
shit.
I love Tim Burton. I don't care how bad a lot of it is. I'll watch Sweeney Todd with my pants off. I will.
I like Tim Burton. The only thing that was a dud for me was I tried to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think I mentioned that
That's so
around
weird.
Christmas, and I was like, I didn't really dig it. And it's like a cult classic. I was like, this has got to be
definitely
like
a cult classic.
You know, I just wasn't into it.
Huh.
Maybe I was
Oogie Boogie.
either too high or not high enough.
That's, yeah, you gotta figure that out.
Why have I scrolled so far? I'm looking for Andor. Boom. I want to see who this guy's name
Looking
is.
at croutons over here.
So that I can talk about it more smarter. Where's
right there.
Skarsgård. boy?
Skarsgård.
Oh, his name's not on here yet. I thought we knew his name.
Well, it might
I like
be
it,
in
the
the
character name.
It might be in the closed caption because it showed Mothma.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, dude.
Luthen.
Okay. Cassian Andor. Okay. Luthen. So I'm curious to know if like,
Look at that setting. Look at all those chains. This is like,
fuck, dude.
yeah, that's like Game of Thrones.
I love it. I'm very excited, man. But it doesn't seem like him and Mon Mothma are like partnered up.
I feel,
But it also seems like he's a senator, so like maybe they're both like undercover, but they don't know that
they're each
both,
undercover. Yeah,
Like
they're both playing,
actually allies, but they don't know it.
They're both playing the game, and it's
Yeah.
one of those things that you don't want to let the chicken out before you have the gun. You know.
I don't know. I never slaughtered a chicken. Not yet.
Not yet. Chicken. No, you're right, because you don't
That'd be
want to
cool.
like let everybody know, hey, I'm starting a rebellion,
Guys,
and then
I'm part of the rebellion. I'm sneaking info.
Haha, it's me.
Inside information.
What if we hear the name?
What?
Start of the rebellion. Padme.
I hope it gets some throwback.
It all started when Padme.
And Bail Organa. Bail might show up.
I mean, they could literally see. That's the nice thing. Storyline wise, they could point at like it all started when the Queen of Naboo fought off the Separatists on her own planet.
Right. She's fucking around.
She knew that she had to make a difference, and we have to follow suit. Like something small like that. It's like I know who she's talking about.
We understand. And we already saw her origin story, so you don't have to worry about getting wasted time with an origin story.
Exactly. Now
We're going to get origin stories for new
Now.
characters that we don't know much about yet.
I will be upset if they put one of the fucking handmaidens in this fucking story.
Why? Why story? Keep the handmaidens out.
Yeah, bad handmaidens. Bad
Handmaidens. Wait, no. So why would you be pissed about that?
I don't know.
Because of that comic that you read?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like her and Vader are going to team up. Vader's not going to be in this.
I hope not. You're right. When is this timeline?
I mean, we see him as an adult and as a kid, so it's going to jump around. So
We
I mean,
see
it's like
Cassian as a kid. Is that who
a
is
baby child?
up front? Yeah. Honestly,
No, it's the Robin Hood. You were just talking about his moccasins.
Oh, that's when he was a kid.
Yeah, look at this. You fucking moccasin liar. You don't even like moccasins.
I was focused on the straps, man.
that
Oh,
was
he
Cassian.
had a Ray. Fat and satisfied. Yeah.
Yeah, see his mocks, dude.
That's someone like me.
Look at some hot leather right there.
That's someone like me. Imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah,
The off-road
we got
Jordans.
Kiddo Cassian over here.
So,
But yeah, no, it's a couple years before Rogue One, I imagine. Can't be too long before. Because remember, Rogue One's what kicks it all off. So they're still kind of building and doing.
see, the cool way to do it, and not to tell everybody how to do their job, but
We'd like to do
mention
what? Mention what?
there's like this full black stormtrooper running around murdering people. Because they don't even know he's a Sith Lord or that his name's Darth Vader yet publicly. Something crazy like that.
Yeah, I would like to see. Yeah, like a mention. Like people are scared of it.
Scared of this, like, yeah.
Right. Special trooper or something.
Yeah. All black stormtrooper or something. Because that's how they played it off in The Rise of Darth Vader. I think the very first chapter, the Jedi were getting word of a Jedi killer.
Yeah, it's just rumors.
But it was, yeah, they called it was like a full black stormtrooper, and they're like that he's been butchering people.
The days before the Inquisitors were created. How do you feel about the Inquisitors still? Like after we've seen Obi? I don't mind them, They got potential. I think they didn't get used enough in Kenobi. Like they showed up and they were there, and it's like, oh, it's the ones from the cartoon, but then they just disappeared after a while. Like Reva should have had to fight through them before she fought Vader. You know what I mean?
I don't like them. All right, so I don't like them being they're not Sith. What I'm trying to say is, like, the Sith culture, it's the strongest lives. And all of a sudden there's like 11 people running around. Why don't they just fight it out until there's one left, and then you can count on him or her.
Vader's busy, dude. He can only hunt one Jedi at a time, but if he has 9 Inquisitors, then he can hunt 9 Jedi at a time.
Is it his project, though? I know he might be technically in charge of them.
I believe it is.
But I feel like Palpatine's the one like, hey, we need to put a group together.
No, I believe it's a Vader thing.
That's a bad
or like
idea.
He told Vader to do it or something like that.
And
well, think of it from his sinister, manipulative perspective.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm going to promise these guys that they'll be Sith. I'm just going to keep stringing them along and make them fight amongst each other.
Yeah. It's weak.
It's fine.
It's weak, and it makes Vader look dumb. Like, clearly you can't control the galaxy if you can't handle 11 bad people. That's what he's struggling with. His coworkers.
Well, I mean, that they needed a villain in Rebels, and before they brought in.
See, I like the opportunity to put the Inquisitors in their place, which we've seen in Obi Kenobi with Reva, and then we've also seen it at the end of Fallen Order.
Yep.
We get it's a great opportunity to put Vader on a pedestal because he's clearly way above these shitheads.
Right.
But they still can serve a purpose, so I get it. I just don't care for him. I don't. They've never really done anything. Name one.
Reva.
Yeah, but what has she done? Died.
She almost did a lot.
Oh, but wait, she didn't die. So what has she done? She
survived.
She captured a 6-year-old.
She survived, dude. 10-year-old.
10.
Dad.
I know.
You just hate that they started in animation.
No.
So you got a bad taste in your mouth.
Grievous. I'm fine with even like.
No, I'm just fucking.
Chop Suey or whatever the droid is from Rebels. Like
Chopper.
I don't give a shit.
My daughter loves Chopper.
But it's one of those things like
she's obsessed.
Rebels I don't even like, but fine. They're all fine. Whatever.
But still not the Inquisitors.
The Inquisitors, like I said, the whole purpose of the bad guys was to have.
Inquisitive, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You don't like it.
I don't know. It's never clicked with me. I've never cared. They still, to me, have not served a purpose other than making Vader look a little stronger, which is fine.
Yeah.
But
annoying his enemies until he has a chance to come fuck with them.
And that's probably number one to do.
Yeah, I mean, they're all incompetent.
We're just gonna fuck up until he shows up.
The Imperials, that's the thing that it's curious to see how they'll handle this because the Imperials have always been like super ineffective, even though they're like the enemy and like the scary thing. But like stormtroopers can't aim. Fucking officers are always getting stuff wrong. They're crashing. They're fucking running into each other in Empire.
Dude,
they can't track people down.
They're butting heads internally. Like you look at Krennic and Tarkin,
arguing with each other.
Yeah, they can't get anything done.
Girl snuck into the base in Kenobi. No one had a single clue. Kenobi was walking around with the fucking
Dude, he wrapped a bed sheet
trench
around
coat
him and
disguise,
walked
like,
out.
and they're all just like, "Oh yeah, that checks out."
Oh, there goes trench coat.
You got-
Janitor. What?
Trench coat Jim again, fucking hung over,
Hung over again.
clocking out early, and they have no idea. So they're totally incompetent, but they're the bad guys. We're supposed to be scared.
They've got the money. They've got the guns. That's what matters.
bureaucracy.
And from a certain point of view, when they're pointing at Saw Gerrera, they've got the votes. Look what the psychopaths are doing, blowing shit up.
Yeah, I think that's probably the one. The thing I'm most excited for is to see how like the other senators and how like citizens are reacting to this.
Dude, yeah, the propaganda behind
Yes.
the Imperial machine could be wicked.
Yep.
Because they could spin storylines. Like you look at Jeddah City when they basically fucked all Jeddah up.
Pretty much.
Because it was supposed to be
They did a test shot.
Yeah,
and
test
it
shot.
Basically blew up half the
Cracked
planet.
the planet in half. Yeah. But what they could say is like, look, that's a rebellion. Because clearly the Death Star doesn't exist publicly yet. So
Or ever, yeah.
They'd be like, Saw Gerrera fucked around and it ignited something and it killed millions of
make up news stories.
innocent people. Look,
Yep.
blew themselves up. Let's kill the rest of them. That's
Before
also
they blow something else up.
That's still one of the greatest scenes I've ever seen. I mean, even outside of Star Wars,
What?
when Jeddah City gets shot.
Yeah, and,
And
the
they
planet
are-
it's like curling back on itself.
Yeah, it's like folding back on itself, and they're flying out of it, and it's like,
I kind of want to watch it, but Rogue One is going to be in theaters in IMAX,
yeah.
and I'm just going to wait and store up and watch it then. So that was announced today. Rogue One will be in theaters next weekend in IMAX, and then it's also going to have a preview of Cassian Andor. Doesn't say like if it's like a full episode or like just a scene or whatever, but you're probably jazzed for that. Your favorite Star Wars movies coming back in theaters. Since they can't make a freaking new one, got to bring back all the old ones.
Fine with it.
Me
Yeah.
too. Me too. I'm actually looking forward to it.
The battle on Scarif is about as good as it gets, man. You get transport AT-ATs, you get Star Battle, you get battlefield stuff, you get Death Star shot, you get the greatest entrance of all time when the fleet's like, okay, we got the plans, let's get out of here, and then Vader's ship shows up, and you're like, we're all fucked. Like it's one of the coolest like
It is.
switch arounds.
It is.
And even Tarkin says, because I think one of the officers was like, what are we gonna do with the fleet? And Tarkin goes, Vader will take care of the fleet. Let's focus on Scarif and go down there and fuck up the people.
And then blow up the planet.
Plus, he had his vendetta against Krennic, so he wanted to make sure Krennic died with.
Nature.
So
God.
that's so brutal. To
I know.
take out Director Krennic with his own gun that he's been working on for 20 years. Brutal, Tarkin. Fucking brutal.
My accomplishment.
And even cinematically, how the laser hits the top of the tower where he's at
Yeah,
first.
it's
and
like
then
Tarkin could see Krennic
Oh, yeah.
himself and aimed right at him. Dial in that fucking red dot sight. Dude,
Yeah.
blast his ass.
blast him. I don't want any of his bits left.
Man, I'm excited. Actually, I'm excited to see this in theaters, dude. I haven't
that's-
seen Star Wars movie in a long time.
That's my point. Think of the surround sound. Think of everything and the actual war that plays out.
yes.
Dude, the in-city Jeddah City battle is going to be fucking amazing.
Everything.
Let alone Scarif.
Everything's gonna be amazing, dude.
Plus,
I don't think I've ever seen a Star Wars movie in IMAX either.
maybe.
What?
I was going to ask what are a couple of your most anticipated trailers after you've seen them? But like it builds your anticipation for the movie.
Oh, like one that I've already seen that got me super hyped.
I have a weird one. It's one of the only ones that I ever remember like watching and just being like, "What?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Force Awakens trailer
True.
came out
True.
on like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
It's a good call.
And it was the first Star Wars thing in 10 years. It was like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
You see the Falcon. You see. Well, that wasn't Han and Chewie yet, I guess. We didn't know if they were coming. I don't know. Whatever. It's been a while. But that got me hyped as hell.
Yeah.
What were you
The
gonna say?
one that comes to mind is Jurassic Park.
The original?
Yeah, because I remember the foot coming down in the mud, and just thinking, like, my God,
Fuck, dude.
this is the greatest thing of all time, and it was.
Talk about iconic. It was really. I
Jurassic-
still like the second one better.
Jurassic Park might be in like my top 5 movies of all time. It's
wonderful.
for sure top 10, but it might scratch a top 5.
Yeah, Revenge of the '90s just did Lost World a couple weeks ago, and I was listening back to it. I love those 2 movies. I don't remember 3 much.
The Lost World was the second one where they brought the T-Rex back to Manhattan or whatever the fuck.
They bring it, that's San Diego or something.
That's a great idea.
And it gets out of the boat and starts fucking smashing everything. Yeah.
I just remember a kid like going to sleep, and then there was like a T-Rex in his pool, and something weird. I was like, all right, there's a little out there.
Yeah, they ship it back. Well, because so the whole plot is like the InGen company goes back to like capture as many of the dinosaurs because there's like a separate island where they were like testing and breeding or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I got that right. That's why it's called the Lost World. It's like a separate area or a separate island or something like that.
I don't know.
And there's a whole bunch of the InGen guys that go over to hunt. There's like a whole bunch of like safari hunting scenes where they're trying to capture the dinosaurs or whatever. And then Jeff Goldblum's there and Vince Vaughn. This is a great plot summary of Jurassic World.
Yeah, so there's dinosaurs, I think.
I just remember like they had the like those tech trailers, and the T-Rex starts knocking it off the cliff.
Yeah.
And it's like hanging. There's like
and they're
3 cars.
They're
and like,
holding onto a rope inside of it.
Yep, inside of it, and then it like falls around them.
Cool. It's cool.
There's so much good shit in that movie. Anyways, but that's just another childhood thing, you know. I got a vivid memory of like renting that and watching it and like having pizza. And like, dude, this fucking movie.
And getting ready for the Sega game that was going to come out based on it, dude.
Yeah.
Those movies, the games wrapped around the movies were great back then.
I know.
I miss that. Even for...
I miss a lot of things. Miss the green and purple swirly cups. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Yeah, you do.
No. Green, purple, swirly cups.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I probably do, but...
90s cup.
The blue one? Oh, yeah.
It's all right. I'll share the screen for the fucks over.
Dude, is that a next tattoo?
That's a great tattoo idea. Just get, instead of like the tribal barbed wire, just do this around your hole.
Yeah. That's...
Oh, man.
It's hilarious. Tostitos.
Tostitos. Shit, the trailer.
He said to steal from the Empire, and I thought Tostitos.
Oh, man. That's funny, dude. Yeah, I didn't mean to play that again, but whatever. All right, we're back. So Jurassic World, pizza, IMAX. What else were we on? When's Bad Batch gonna come out?
I don't know. Next year. Well, I think it's next year.
No, it's supposed to be this year.
Oh, we're running out of time.
Bad Batch season 2.
September 28th.
It says it'll premiere on. Wait, that's a week after Andor, though. I wonder if they're gonna push this back now that they pushed Andor back. That was not subtle. September 28th, Bad Batch season 2. It says 16 episodes.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna fucking intertwine the shit out of them, dude. That'd be cool.
I tell you what, though.
I've been wanting that for a while. Like every episode, it's like something happens in Bad Batch, and then the next week something happens in Andor, and they're like dovetailing into each other. I've been wanting that for a while. Like, just got planned things, dude. Disney, dude. Star Wars, dude. Lucasfilm.
They should start like thinking about it before they launch stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Next year we've got Cassian Andor 2. We've got Mando season 3.
Yep.
We've got Ahsoka season 1.
Yep.
And probably Bad Batch 13 or something, whatever we're on that time.
Maybe Boba Fett if they continue it.
Yeah, next year's going to be pretty jam-packed.
Tales of the Jedi.
I don't think that's set for next year.
I hope so. Tales of the Jedi.
Never. It's never released in C. First episode dates this year, it says.
Yeah, dude. All right, hang on. Let me turn the screen back on. I need a stream deck so I can just push buttons and shit. So, Tales of the Jedi is an upcoming series of 6 animated anthology shorts, so kind of like Visions, that will be released in the fall of 22.
That's now.
How can they announce this at Celebration
And have it.
not have a trailer or any material out and still have it slated for fall? That doesn't make any sense.
Nah, this is fake news.
And how are they going to have this and Cassian and Bad Batch all at the same time? They're just trying to catch up from the past, 2 years.
30 years.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
To have options of what to watch? Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Wait, we'll scroll down. What does it say for episode 1?
Oh, because I think they...
Oh. Yeah, it still says...
No, it didn't. They didn't show it, though, because it wasn't ready.
Life and Death is
They
the
just
title,
showed concept art, I'm pretty sure. If we would know if they played a full episode of Tales of the Jedi at Celebration. I think they just showed concept art and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think it was shown.
Fall of 2022.
Who went to Celebration? Speak up. Talk shit. But if there was 4 Star Wars things coming out at the same time, it would be nice to just see what that feels like.
There's no reason why they can't do that.
They could, and if it feels like too much, then they just change it.
But there's no reason they can't. Cassian Andor and Bad Batch can easily live amongst each other. There's such different...
Well, they're worried they're going to lose viewers.
Why? By putting more shit out?
Well, because if you got to pick between the 2 shows to watch.
Oh my God, let's see. Everybody's picking between something or another. Everything, there's Netflix, Hulu, there's all this shit.
I know.
Just give us more shit on Disney Plus and I'll start watching it more.
House of the Dragon, man. It's going to eat up all their audience.
You gave me 8 hours. 8 hours of Star Wars content this entire fucking year. How about you ramp up higher than 8 hours?
Turn up the dial.
Look how many fucking Marvel things I can watch from this year.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Jesus.
Well,
Gonna ramp
Marvel
up.
does not release stuff at the same time, though.
It's not called ramping up. It's hitting status quo. Let's launch more
You
than
got
one
you
thing
got to
a
get
year.
from negative to baseline first.
Jesus.
And then start releasing 4 things.
Create a
at a time.
pulse. Step 1.
The corpse of Star Wars.
Yeah, we're trying to CPR it, but
It shot back with Kenobi.
you're right.
You know what I mean? You revived it. Now it's on life support.
You're
So
right.
Andor comes out. Then it goes from about to die into a coma.
I might even be kind of
And then
accurate
Tales
on
of the Jedi comes out. And now we're coming out of the coma. Now we're starting to wake up.
Yeah.
Now we're fans again.
I might even be accurate on 8 hours of screen time
I mean,
between Kenobi and Boba Fett.
Yeah. It's an atrocity.
Some of those
that
Boba
Mando's
Fett
not
ones,
out yet.
some of those Boba Fett ones were 28 minutes, and it was just a scooter ride.
That was one of the worst episodes I've seen of anything ever.
It really
I'm sorry,
was.
but it's really pissed me off. I was mad that I spent my time on it. And then I watched it again to make sure it was really bad. Because I was worried I was being too harsh. I was like, I'm probably an asshole. I'm gonna watch this again. And I was like, no,
You're
fuck.
like,
Double waste. Double waste.
yeah. But you're right. They corrected ship with Obi.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff. Very small criticisms along the way. I mean, when it's just a child running through devil streets, what the fuck? How many times does this have to happen?
You gotta capture her
this.
twice.
Get this. Kidnapped.
Then she gets re-kidnapped.
And then kidnapped again.
Double. Oh, you got double kidnapped.
You got double. You got double taken. What the hell?
Double took.
But yeah, I mean, the face-off, that's all we've ever wanted. I'm glad they didn't drag it on too long. I mean, I feel like Vader showed up earlier than I expected and we knew he was going to have a big part in it, but they really went there and exactly where we wanted it. There had to be a confrontation, and we ended up getting 3 of them, 2.5. And the final one was well, you both fucked up. Anakin's truly dead. Let's go our separate ways and try to recoup.
Got some good Dragon Ball Z content in there.
Dragon Ball Z's.
Dragon Balls, dude.
Cross D's.
I think it was a little too much. I think the rocks were a little too much. I'm not gonna lie about it.
I'm fine with it.
I felt that. I was like, okay.
What, when he was burying Kenobi in the rocks?
That one, I was like, I felt it, but I could deal with it. And then Kenobi gets back up, and now he's just doing a Jesus move and chucking rocks at Vader. I was like, oh man, that's like a Final Fantasy boss.
I
thought it was too much.
a little cliche because we're floating rocks again.
I didn't even think about that. I thought it was like, oh, this is like a Superman versus Iron Man situation right here.
I immediately went to episode 8,
Lifting rocks.
Ray,
Lifting rocks.
when she was
I should
lifting
get
rocks.
that on the soundboard. Lifting rocks.
What? Hall.
No. Record that again. I want to put it on the soundboard.
Hall.
Start making gifts again. That would be a good one.
That was the first thing that came to my mind. Sure.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I agree. It was a little too far and it was a little too on the nose. But he like became one with the Force. He confronted his issue.
Yeah.
Found out because he wanted to say, I'm sorry, Anakin, but he couldn't because Anakin's truly dead. And it's not that Obi Kenobi killed him. Darth Vader killed him, so he was kind of set free.
Yep.
Now I can float all the rocks, bitch, because, you know, I'm not clouded with your bullshit.
Yeah, I guess, man.
You're right. I mean, cinematically, it looked like
Felt like Thanos and shit, you know? When he pulls the planet down, he pulls the moon and throws it at Tony. That's what it felt like Obi-Wan was doing. And hit you with your own moon, bitch.
Hit you with your bitch.
Whatever. I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to shit on it forever.
I am not mad that you're shitting on that, but I didn't feel the same way. I was like, yeah, whatever, move on. Because it was in between epicness. So I was like,
True. It was an epic sandwich.
Epic sandwich, man.
It was sandwiched in between there. Yeah. I'm okay with it, man. She-Hulk comes out tomorrow.
I'm psyched for that one.
I got him to say it this time.
What's that?
Admitting. No, you're being sarcastic. You know I'm not going to watch it.
No, there's no way. Why
So
would
I'm going to save that. So in 3 months when I say, you hated She-Hulk, or you refuse to watch it, I'm going to pull that soundbite up.
Yeah, because I don't give a shit.
I know. But I'm going to at least try, because I didn't give a shit about Miss Marvel either.
Let me explain something.
But I ended up liking it.
Let me explain something.
I don't want to hear it, but I'm going to listen to it.
If there was a Hulk movie where Hulk went back to school and got his law degree, I wouldn't give a shit. The fact that she's wearing high heels doesn't change anything. I don't care. I don't.
Are you curious why there's another Hulk product?
No. I'm not. We've already seen Hulk.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
This is a new Hulk. It's a girl Hulk.
If I'm sure they'll make it decent because that's what Marvel does. Baseline is decent, but I don't care. I don't. It's weird to me that they had to shove her profession in the title of the show.
It must be important to the plot.
Daredevil, it doesn't say Jehovah's Witness or whatever the fuck he is. But you catch what I'm saying? Like, I don't. It's
Daredevil, lawyer to Spider-Man.
I don't care. I don't care. If Hulk went back to law school, I wouldn't watch that show either. I don't care.
I don't know if it's like a law school thing. I think she was already a lawyer and she must have got turned into the Hulk somehow.
Attorney.
She was an attorney first.
No, she attorney.
Hulk is the interesting part there. I think. That's what I'm getting. But they did put it in the title, so maybe attorney is the interesting part of the show. I don't know.
Maybe she was an attorney first. Attorney of law, She-Hulk in disguise, but she's all green, so everybody knows who she is.
I was gonna say it's like Beast being on the Senate in X-Men, or whatever he's on. It's like everyone knows who it is.
She's gonna have full lawyer suit on, but she's just gonna Hulk out in the suit.
I think so. Yeah.
Suit and tie.
Yeah, dude. She's going thick mode.
Thick mode.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a completionist, so like.
Yeah.
And I know nothing. I didn't even know there was more than one Hulk at first. So
yeah, there's Red Hulk, Blue Hulk.
I'm interested to see why that is and what happens. But I'm also I'm kind of a completionist with Marvel, except for, well, I don't do like comics and stuff. But
what does Poe say?
She-Hulk as a lawyer was in the comics in the 80s. It's not a new thing.
I'm not saying it's a new thing or not. It's
new to me is what I mean.
True.
So I don't know if you've listened to the show before, but like I haven't read any comics. So my only intro to Marvel is all of the MCU stuff. So to me, She-Hulk is brand new.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just not interested in it.
I understand.
I don't
You got to
care.
pick what you got to watch. I understand.
Yeah.
If Cassian was coming out tomorrow, I would definitely not be watching She-Hulk.
Yeah.
But until Game of Thrones, which is next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the only thing coming out. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I went back and started rewatching Succession again because I'm just waiting for shows to come out.
Hopefully they'll prove me wrong and it'll be like, no, She-Hulk's a must-watch, and I have to watch it. Hopefully.
That's the hope.
I'm not gonna shit just to shit. There's always reasons. I'm just disinterested. I'm not interested. They haven't given me a reason to be interested in that. Look at this one. There's a briefcase
She's
involved.
green, dude.
There's a briefcase though.
Are you gonna watch Miss Marvel?
Documents.
Not interested in that.
I might finish that just for the hell of it, but
All right.
that was fine. Yeah. Saved by the Bell with powers, whatever.
Did you watch Hawkeye?
No, that was one I was never planning on. Everybody said it was mediocre at best.
It's the weakest one so far, in my opinion. It's my least favorite. So, She-Hulk was the reason Andor was pushed back, says Phantom Finn.
That cat. That's no.
It's.
I mean, it's
Not just that.
two sides of the same coin.
It's also Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. I would imagine it's all those.
Is Game of Thrones out yet?
It's next Sunday, and then Lord of the Rings is the next Sunday. Dude, fuck! I haven't even really processed that yet.
Yeah.
Rings of Power is in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Dude.
Andor's it, man. We like you said, they ramped up with Obi. That was more than I expected out of that show.
True.
And
this looks better.
And this looks
like across the board
cinematically better. Yeah.
Well, everything. It looks like literally across the board better than Kenobi.
Outside of storyline.
I don't know, dude.
Characters. I'll leave it at that. Characters.
I'm not gonna. I love Kenobi. I love Obi-Wan.
And his name's Darth Vader is the other one.
I love Darth Vader.
And you will not say Cassian Andor is your favorite over Darth Vader or Obi-Wan ever.
No, but I'm excited to see some new shit that I've never seen before.
Correct.
Yeah.
A better show about shittier characters.
Possibly. Yes, that could be the case.
Lies.
Deception. Saw Gerrera is pretty bad.
Saw Gerrera is a very good character. I absolutely love the dynamic that Saw Gerrera brings to the entire rebellion and or the galaxy.
And his crew of shenanigans.
The brutality of his pact or whatever the clique.
His gang.
Dude, and when he walks up and he's like limping, you don't really see him in Rogue One, and then it zooms up and he has that breathing apparatus, and it's like, ugh, Darth Vader feels, because it was
the pilot.
The pilot, even I think the pilot even hears Darth Vader's breathing.
Yeah,
in that scene, because he's like, "Oh, is this the same devil that I've been fighting?"
Yeah, the psycho black demon that's been killing everyone.
Black demon. See,
he's out on the roof.
He's up there.
I'm not talking about Batman.
Santa Claus.
I'm talking about Darth Vader.
Santa Claus. The demon on the roof.
Oh man, I can't fucking wait for this show, dude. I really can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I am hyped. I'm hyped. Is it weird?
Good time to be a nerd, man.
Oh, it's been for a decade, at least. I mean, Marvel started it pretty early on, but the past decade has been like,
yeah,
hold on to your butts. Everything flying at you is going to be great.
I know.
Star Wars. But no, like,
and that's been the worst out of all.
But like Game of Thrones,
Yep.
It was one of the biggest things of all time.
It was the biggest show of all time.
Was it really?
I think so.
How do they rank that?
I don't know. Yeah, I was actually just curious about that. What they
I gotta rewatch that, but that's gonna be fucking 2 years in the making.
Biggest TV shows of all time. Like I don't know if there could be budget or like audience. Top 100 most watched shows of all time.
I wonder where like Lost is and Game of Thrones #1. I can't believe Stranger Things is #2. I mean,
People are fucking obsessed with Stranger Things.
I'm not. I didn't doubt it, but I'm still surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it's #2. The
Walking Dead makes sense, even though I didn't really love it.
I've never really either. The Orange is the New Black is the only other one I've watched.
That was good.
The Flash.
Where are they getting these ratings? Dude,
and Arrow?
Guarantee you The Office has been watched more times than The Flash. 100%. If you include streaming numbers, maybe they're not including streaming.
They have to.
Oh yeah,
With
Stranger Things. My bad.
Stranger Things and Thrones.
Well, for a while though, Thrones was.
I know, but still.
It didn't. There wasn't streaming for them. Huh. Big Bang Theory.
That
of
makes
course.
sense. Big Bang. Vikings is another one that's. I've dabbled in the Vikings
I
show.
hear a lot of good stuff about that.
I think I watched a full first season. Breaking Bad, I'm surprised is not higher. Look at it ranked 9.5.
Prison Break. Oh, Prison Break fucking was so good, dude. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad Game of Thrones is at the top.
9.2. Look at that. Breaking Bad's ranked higher than Game of Thrones, technically. Not in.
Oh, these have been voted on. Votes, 2 million. Votes, 1.1 million.
So I got double the votes. Almost.
Yeah, but like, this is not the actual ratings.
Yeah.
People voted on this. That's,
So-
I don't count that.
This doesn't even. Yeah, that's not most watched. That's most voted on.
Well, then what do we do with Rolling Stone? They're just going to be like, oh, our editors voted and chose
Yeah.
these, you know?
Yeah.
I want to know, like, based on the stat, like, based on the numbers.
Chuck Votington created this list.
Well, whatever, dude. Chuck Votington. Vody McVoterson.
I don't know. Witch Hunter says the only thing I'm excited about for Andor is the Imperial presence. Look at me, I'm wrong.
I hate Star Wars. That's you, fucko. I'm incorrect.
I'm incorrect.
Ah.
Wow. It's gonna be great, man. I don't care.
I'm looking forward to it. Here's what I would say, fucko. Even if you don't like Rogue One, then you can still dig the show.
He's not the one that dislikes Rogue One.
I think so. You hate
No.
Rogue One, don't you?
I think that's
Oh,
FedEx.
FedEx hates Rogue One. He's being a hater though. I think they both. You guys have been teaming up on the side, hating.
They're two farts of the same shit, man. They're barking down the wrong toilet, man. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Toilet barking. That's something I never.
He
heard
hates
of
the
before,
character of
dude.
Cassian Andor.
Oh, well, maybe you'll like him after this.
Exactly. Here's your opportunity
Check.
to beloved.
He loves Rogue One. All right, sorry. I'm just now. I take back all of the maneuvers. When did we start doing that? Why did that even happen?
That's C-3PO.
No. We started doing it as in college as jokes for some reason though.
Oh,
I think it's.
the
I
sex
think
robot?
it's the GI Joe when the guy walks up. No, I don't know. I'm mixing memes and old videos and Spaceballs together. Anyways, that was you, but now not anymore. Yeah, dude. Let's watch it.
I'm excited. So,
Hit me with it.
I don't know, man.
I was gonna say, are you excited? Are you gonna watch the Game of Thrones show?
I will. That's another one. See, I've been wanting to rewatch Game of Thrones.
You should
To
read
read-
it,
to
dude.
fucking start.
You should read it.
I'm reading Rogue One right now. That should be done here pretty soon. It's an easy read.
Dude, I do have a fucking excitement now that House of the Dragon is like done and coming out. I think George Martin has started working on the books again. He started posting about like he's like, I'm almost done with these two characters and what's it?
Did they not want to overlap?
Well, because he's just been waiting, I guess. Like maybe he just wanted to get the shows out of the way and like done so he could focus on the book. But I mean, it's been 10 years. Fans are like pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna die and the book's not gonna come out. But anyways, I think he's working on 6 again. So
You know what they should do is Burtonize all movies. Have Tim Burton come in
Just make
to
everything?
existing movies and redo it in his vision.
yeah, or like into franchises, universes.
Just like Sweeted, like from Be Kind Rewind. He comes in and just says,
Turn all the lights off. Give him scissor hands. Please.
statues, bigger statues.
Larger
Larger.
statues. God, that version of Gotham, I'll never get over it. I'm scarred.
Look up Tim Burton movies, because obviously the early Batmans, and then like Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands. Alice in Wonderland.
Click of movies. Nightmare, yeah, Before Christmas. Beetlejuice is an obvious
Alice in
one.
Wonderland, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Sweeney Todd.
Sleepy Hollow. Sweeney Todd.
Sleepy Hollow is so good. I
Big
love it.
Fish? I didn't know he did Big Fish. Or Mars Attacks. Jesus. James and the Giant Peach, of course. Wait, he did Planet of the Apes?
God, I always forget about that. That's the one with Marky Mark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the one where he brings the first monkey bingo or whatever?
Now you brought in the Cartoon Planet universe. Yes, I think it is.
What is this Beetlejuice 2? Is that new? It doesn't even have a date. What?
No shit, dude. No way.
They're doing a Beetlejuice 2.
With Michael Keaton and Johnny Depp? Of course, he always works
with
the same
Winona.
motherfuckers. Wow.
That's from earlier this year.
Dude, I would watch Michael Keaton in anything. He's fucking savage.
I do enjoy a Michael Keaton.
He's awesome. Mars Attacks, Dumbo, James and the Giant Peach.
Wait, he did Pee-wee? God.
No wonder it's so
That is a very dark movie for how bright it is. It's a very weird one. The Bat, the Cat, and the Penguin. What is that? Is that a documentary about the second one? Holy hard on.
It was a promotional documentary for Batman Returns.
Oh, fuck yeah. I need to get that.
Yeah, I do need to watch that. Wonder if I'll ask Steve if they've seen that before.
Danny DeVito.
Fuck, that movie's so good. Hey man, it's almost fall. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to fall temps, horror movies,
Yeah.
Oktoberfest, chili.
We're already there, man. It's you're 10 degrees hotter down here.
Yeah.
We've had windows open for 2 weeks straight. It gets down to like the high 50s at night.
Yeah, it just kind of dipped. It was really hot before this, but I'm loving it, man.
The
Sorry,
Bat.
we were looking at all the Tim Burton movies, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm ready for some Halloween.
Hell yeah! Blood
Blood and death
and shadows.
gore. I'm excited to watch Dracula. Excited to watch Silence of the Lambs, all the classics. Maybe I'll get to Scream 3 and 4 this time.
I need to actively push myself into horror more. I thoroughly enjoy it, but I just like am directionless. Like I know the ones that I've seen and the ones that I like.
Well,
And
yeah,
now-
you got to be careful, dude, because there's so many bad horror movies.
Bad,
So like,
bad.
you need a solid recommendation before you pick one up.
That's one that was like it was called like Crevices or some shit.
You're thinking of Holes with Shia LaBeouf.
No, there was a different. There was
Oh,
crevices.
shit,
There was no
okay.
holes.
That was the sequel.
But they went. It was like they were spelunking. It was a group of girls, and they
Those are
went
two of the
spelunking.
psychoest words I've ever heard. Spelunking and
Crevices.
Crevices.
They were spelunking into the crevices, and they go down there and they get trapped, of course, because it's a horror movie. But then all of a sudden, there's goblins, and you're like, what?
Was it like The Depths or something?
Something.
The Deep.
Deepers.
I heard people like talking about that or reviewing it or something.
Deepers, creepers.
I'm picky with horror movies just like I am with video games. It's like this needs to
The
be like a
Descent.
9 out of 10 on fucking IGN before I even look at
Look
it.
it up. The Descent, I believe it was called.
That sounds familiar. Nah, dude. Dracula. Love it.
The Descent.
Can't wait. The Descent.
Like, it started off decent, and it made you feel super claustrophobic. I think this is the
Noggin?
one.
Is this what you're looking for?
Yeah,
This is a scary one? That's like a Dark Souls looking
the Indiana Jones having.
cover.
Yeah, that's it.
Cave dive doing.
That's it. Because, dude, first of all, it takes a half hour to set up the movie. Then the next half hour for them to get trapped underground. And in the final, like, half hour, there's just all of a sudden goblins. And you're like, well, I was not ready for this.
Not ready for goblins, dude.
I wasn't.
Yeah, the twist and the reveal is like very important in horror films.
It just didn't add up. Like, it was fine for the aspect of horror. But, like, even that scene right there. Look how claustrophobic it is. Like,
Yeah, that would stress
90% of
me
the
out.
90% of the screen was like solid rock, and you just see her climbing through the hole, and you're like, I don't like this at
Yeah,
all.
that stresses me out, dude.
So like that aspect of it was great. And
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, look at
Super
open
tense.
And then they find open rooms, and they're like, oh, look, goblin eggs. Let's eat them. And they all
And you probably won't see anything in the trailer, right? Because they obviously save that for like the end of the movie. Stalactites.
hallucination.
Good thing I didn't watch this before I went to the Mammoth Cave in Kentucky. That would have freaked me out.
Don't touch the goblin dicks.
Sorry, I took the video off the screen, but we're still watching it. My bad.
Yeah.
This definitely looks like a 2005 movie. Like the trailer just looks so, I don't know, it looks like Saw.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
The
that was
production of it. It was like 80% fine, and then when they threw in the enemies, I was like,
That's the problem with horror films. It's
Yeah.
like
They gotta-
the build up is the fun part, and then once they reveal like the monster, it's never as good as like the tense build up.
well, think of it, the original It that we watched.
Fucking the praying mantis,
Dude,
monster at
it
the
was
end
a
in the
praying
tunnel.
mantis at the end.
Yeah,
The whole movie was creepy, and then you're like, wait a second, cockroach, bitch! And you're like, nah, not quite.
let's see if we can find this. I'll pull it up real quick.
What is that? See, that's the newer one, I think, right?
We were hammered when we watched It Part 2.
Yeah, we were.
Let's see. Made for TV movie.
Baby
Maybe.
back ribs. That is that it? I think that's it. It was like a flower cockroach.
Yeah, and it's like old animatronic. Yeah.
That looks like Tim Burton. That looks like something out of Beetlejuice.
What if it is Beetlejuice, dude? Multiverse.
Shit, multiverse, blood, disgusting.
Fuck.
It looks better than I remember, but are those eyeballs on the front of it? It
But
looks.
the fact that it became that.
Yeah,
Oh, this is kind of what I remember.
yeah.
It just isn't as scary as the clown, man. Clown's scarier. Tim Curry as of goddamn self with no makeup is scarier than this.
It's almost like what with them revealing it like that. It's almost like an alien Titan insect
That's what it is.
came to Earth, went underground, and started mind controlling everybody.
That's what it is.
I know, but
But they took it too literally.
they took it too literally. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was like childhood fears cranked up to 11. That's how it started, and then all of a sudden there's an insect underground, and you're like, this took a weird a sci-fi turn that I wasn't.
And I'm sure it's better in the book. I hate saying that.
I'm sure too. Yeah.
But Stephen King has a way. I mean, have I talked about all of the Dark Tower? Probably not, because I don't want to spoil it.
No, I basically quit when they were in the second one. I didn't get past the second one.
I don't know how to say this without it sounding. See, I don't want to spoil it, but it also, if you explain it without having like read through it, it seems cheesy. But it's not. Once you're in the middle of it, like it's not cheesy.
Well, it's all of his movies put together, right?
I don't want to say it.
Like it's the multiverse is.
It's kind of a Stephen King
It's
multiverse,
it's
but
mixing together universes that like there's.
there's something bigger than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Is there like
I'm not gonna spoil
Mass Effect 3 child at the top controlling everything with a balloon?
With a balloon. I don't remember the balloon.
Well, it's got to throw it in there. Mass Effect 3 is in there.
Oh yeah, really disappointing endings. Or
Yeah.
reveals.
Just throwing everything in there.
I don't remember Mass Effect 3 being as bad as like the hype around it. Like everyone was pissed about that, and I don't remember the ending being that bad. I mean, it
don't-
wasn't like amazing.
I don't even particularly remember it. That's why I thought it was bad. Like you come across the Reapers and you beat them and all that, and then you find like the core computer, and it's the kid that you originally came across at the beginning of the movie.
It's just a projection or something that they made just to interface with Shepard. Like it's obviously not a little kid.
Right. I know.
That's just how he like viewed it.
That's the best.
I watched like a really long discussion about it on YouTube, and they broke it down. They're like, or maybe it's all in Shepard's head or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he got infected with the Reapers or something like that.
Well, and he's animatronic himself at that point because he died in the first one.
Dude, disappointing endings. Let's talk about disappointing openings. I did not like the beginning of Mass Effect 2.
Too. Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's like the start of our second one. It's like Shepard dies. Oh wait, Shepard's back. And then like don't talk about his rebuilt body at all throughout the rest of the game. So it's just like, oh, it's just Shepard again. Like why'd you need that opening?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, that's just whatever.
See, I haven't seen any of the Final Destination movies.
I never will though.
Or the what's the series, the game series?
The game series.
What's the horror game series? Resident Evil. I haven't seen any of those movies.
I heard they were.
I think
not
they're
good.
Oh, really? I thought they were pretty good.
I mean, I think they're like a in the universe, but like totally has nothing to do with the books at all.
Oh.
Resident Evil movies. Are any of them good?
How many are there? Jesus. Holy shit. And they start in 02, so they're going to be bad right off the bat.
Because I think it's just like a generic like zombie action movie. Like it's not based on the book or on the games.
It can't be. First of all, the video games aren't really zombie. They kind of
Yeah, they
are.
are. Oh, they
Kind
totally
of.
Box like the first one.
It's always a
Let me
virus.
go to virus. You got a virus.
I really want to watch Wednesday Addams over here.
Yeah, there's another Resident Evil coming out. I forgot about that. I think this one's supposed to be like more like the freaking games.
That's the first one, yeah.
Like the
02.
OG games. I just want to see what the goddamn rating is, please. IMDb.
Right there,
6.6.
Yeah, so that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I think I did see this original one because I was a fan of Resident Evil. But like I said, I remember it not. Because like the thing I loved about the first one was that like you're by yourself and there's zombies in this creepy giant mansion. But this one was like an action movie.
Yeah, it looks like Mission Impossible.
It's like Tomb Raider Impossible.
Yeah.
James Bond.
The games themselves are fucking creepy, man. That Backwater Bayou one that I've been playing. Well,
never played
I
that
was
one.
playing.
7,
Oh
6
my
or
god,
7?
7.
Yep.
7's creepy as shit, and they forcibly. It's almost like a classic Dream where you can't run fast enough.
Yeah.
So they'll like you go into this grand ballroom, or let's just call it like a family room, like a front family room.
It's a big difference.
I know. That's why I corrected.
You go into Nationwide Arena.
You walk in, and then of course all the doors are locked, and then like the main bad guy, the dad of the family, comes in with an axe, and he just like slowly walks towards you, and you have to like figure. It's almost like you have to figure your way out of the room.
That's like the tutorial. Like they just throw you into it.
It just, well, kind of, but that happens several times where he's got an axe, and you. What are those real life things where they put you in a room?
Like escape room.
Escape room. It's like an escape room, but with an axe murderer in there. So you're walking around like picking up keys. Like, are these the right keys to this door? Oh God! And then you roll in. Dude, it's like.
Has someone made a horror themed escape room before? That'd be cool.
I would shit.
I know.
I would shit.
I know. Fuck.
But that's it. It does it several times, man. Because you even get out into the garage where your car is parked, so you like escape the room they're keeping you in, get out to the garage, and he meets you there with a chainsaw, so he's trying to fuck you up, but you don't have your keys yet, so you have to run around the garage looking for the keys while he tries to saw everything, and you're like, ah! God, it's beautifully done because it serves the purpose. It makes you just on edge.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah, and I never felt like that in the movie. I think that's what I'm kind of getting after, is like you didn't feel like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's been a long time. It's been 20 years almost.
And everything's dark. It's like a Tim Burton movie. So you're crawling through this old wooden bayou thing.
Tim Burton should
make a game.
Direct a game. That'd be cool.
So like the lighting's really, really sparse, and some of the stuff, like you'll see moonlight from outside.
Yeah.
And they will purposely put you on the back end of the room, and then you'll have like a shadow where like the wife is walking through the front, so the shadow's like on you.
Yeah.
So you like freeze because there's moving shadows, but she's in the next room looking for you, and you're like, ah, don't move too fast.
Yeah.
And then they throw in like devil insects and stuff, and you're like,
yep.
I'm just gonna die. Just gonna die. The craziest thing is, so how Resident Evil 7 starts.
There's the trailer.
Yeah. So how Resident Evil 7 starts is someone steals your wife. So you go looking for her, and you find her in this basement, and they fucked her up, and she's as crazy as the family that captured her.
They tortured her or whatever.
So you like still try to save her, but on your way out of saving her, she gets away from you, and then she ends up stabbing you in the back trying to kill you, and it's like, so you're like left for dead without your wife, and now the family's hip to you getting out, and so it's just
kind of sounds like Left 4 Dead. I think Left 4 Dead 2 is in like the swamps, like in Bayou or something like that.
The setting's crazy.
See, I'm all hyped now.
Yeah,
I'm hyped for
horror
stuff. Yeah, I haven't played a horror video game in a while. Do you remember Condemned back in the day?
Yeah,
on the Xbox 360?
I remember you guys playing it. I don't.
It's hard to play those more than like twice because you know where everything is. But like we were playing through the first two, and like dorms in college with the lights off and like tense, man. Tense, dude.
Well, even Resident Evil 4, which is completely dated, they redid. But
yeah, they got a
because
remaster of that, right? Or like a whole remake.
Yeah, but because the mechanics of the game were so bad back in the day, it adds to the horror aspect.
Like I can't fucking move around.
No,
fast
yeah,
enough.
it's all in one joystick.
Yeah.
Run and look is all in one joystick. So, like when you're being chased,
Yeah.
you're like fucking fumbling
It's like
around.
trying to like in Goldeneye, trying to like look around.
You're trying to run away, and and even though the CGI is so bad back then, it's still a monster crawling through the darkness at you, and you can't barely run. It's creepy, man.
I'm gonna have to watch a playthrough of that.
That's another thing I've been doing though. The past like year or two, I'll watch like streamers play horror games. There's some fucking what?
That's like the most popular genre, I think, of like, besides like battle royale.
Yeah,
I think horror games are right there because people's reactions, and that's how PewDiePie like blew up at first. He was playing a horror game.
God, I haven't even thought about PewDiePie in like a couple years.
Yeah.
One of the ones I saw, literally the entire game happens in a hallway. I might have told you about this. You open a door, you walk in, it's a hallway, and then it turns right, and then it's kind of like the front of a house. So you're walking towards the front of the house, you turn right, and then the front door is right there.
Yeah.
But you never go out it. You just continue, and it loops back around. So every time you walk through the hallway, there's added stuff to advance the storyline, added sounds, notes that are left that you can pick up and read, and it's just a loop. But it gets fucking creepy.
He's getting flashbacks right now.
Well, no, it all happens in his house, and I think the storyline is there was a guy that murdered his family in the house.
Classic.
So you walk through and you slowly learn about the guy going crazy. Then you start seeing, like, one walk through, the wife all of a sudden shows up hanging from the chandelier in the front room. So she's limp and dead. And then the next walkthrough, you hear a crying baby, and they unlock a door in the hallway, and it leads to a bathroom, which is a dead end. But then the fucking murdered infant is in the sink. Fuck. And it's like, but you knew, like, as soon as you open the door to start the loop again, you hear a crying baby.
Right.
And it's like, it's already dark and fucked, and there was the mom hanging. And
I don't know if I could play those, but I would watch. them.
Watch reactions.
Yeah.
I couldn't either.
I don't know if I can play them.
It was
anymore,
enough, man. But it got it done. Look how simple that is. Get this: 2 hallways, murder story, and you'll be in there for fucking hours.
Dude, the simpler things are usually scarier.
Yeah.
You know?
When you turn that corner, because of course there's like lightning outside and shit. When you turn that corner and just see a corpse hanging all of a sudden that wasn't there before, you have to walk by it to get to the next loop.
Oh, I hated that. And there's mannequins in Condemned. I remember the mannequins.
Yep. So it's beautifully done. It forces you to feel a certain way.
All right. I want to play these things. Or at least watch these things.
I'm going to watch a couple maybe tonight. I got stuff.
You got stuff? Speaking of things to watch, dude, I'll close it out with this. Have you seen the Woodstock documentary on Netflix?
No, it's on my list, man. I've heard good.
Holy shit.
99, right?
Yeah, Woodstock 99 documentary.
So give me a glimpse, because I don't know anything about that. I thought it was just like a...
They essentially was overcrowded, and they did not plan well enough. They didn't have enough supplies. They didn't have enough personnel. And over the course of 3 days, the festival just devolves into like a war zone. There's riots. People are knocking like sound towers over. There's people setting things on fire. They're breaking water mains. Like the National Guard has to come in and like calm everything down on the last day. Like it is wild.
Wow.
I remember just like hearing stories about Woodstock 99 being crazy, but we were like 10, 11. So I don't remember anything at all. And I saw the trailer and I was like, holy shit, I have to watch that.
Yeah. To be honest, I never knew anything about it. I thought it was like a successful show that was really big because I think Metallica was there.
Yeah, they were.
So that's probably where my introduction to it was, and I
They
thought,
didn't really
yeah,
feature them, which is weird. I wonder if they didn't let them.
or maybe that they started the riot or something before the riot.
Well, it's a total flashback for us too, because it's like Korn, Limp Bizkit,
Linkin Park, maybe. No,
stuff. They weren't there, but you know that genre and that era.
Slipknot.
But
maybe.
the way the crowd changes based on the music is crazy. That was the most interesting part. It's like everyone's pissed because they're all hungover and like it's 100 degrees out and there's nowhere for them to get shade and they haven't eaten anything and they're all, you know, fucking tired and exhausted. And then like Korn just starts raging and then the crowd goes wild and they start knocking shit over and it's like seriously like destruction. Like it ends and it's like this looks like Iraq.
This looks like Iraq.
Like literally, that's how it ends. It's crazy. So I highly recommend it. It was just wild. Is that my alarm? Stop.
Yeah. No, that I heard.
So add that to your list. Not scary, but well, kind of scary if you were there.
Yeah.
Just fucked up, dude. Just totally fucked up.
Crazy.
So
Drink your water, people.
drink your water. Don't go to festivals.
Don't listen to music.
Well, they're probably fine now. I mean, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, buy a tank.
I wonder if they'll do a Woodstock in 29. 60-year anniversary. Every 30 years they'll do a Woodstock. I don't know. So yeah, if you've got Netflix, check that out. Total shit show. And we're hyped for Cassian, and we're hyped for not hyped for Bad Batch, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna watch She-Hulk tomorrow. Fuck you. I'm gonna do it just to spite you.
Do it.
I'm gonna come in and be like, She-Hulk's my favorite MCU character.
No, you won't.
Guaranteed. I will. I'll say it next
What's
week.
funny is I can guarantee the complete opposite.
I
so.
know. I'm sure. Probably gonna be lame, but whatever. You know. Got to get the storyline. Got to see what's gonna connect. Got to watch. Wait for the after credit scene. You know. It's a whole thing.
Uh-oh.
What?
Dodge is coming out with a full electric 2-door Charger now.
Thought you said they weren't coming out with Chargers anymore.
Well, the existing big V8 Chargers and Challengers, they're done.
Right.
But full electric 2-door Demon machine, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's what's coming up next on the Rogue Squadron.
I want to see that versus a Tesla when it comes out.
Electric cars are going to be fucking wicked fast.
Well, yeah, dude.
I have heard through the grapevine 1,300 horsepower from the Dodge Performance one.
They do always like to go a little overboard.
Yeah, the numbers were ridiculous.
I would love to see something outclock a Tesla because they're just insane.
Well, they have
What?
everything.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would love to see Dodge's full out electric car and see it compared to a Tesla. I wonder if they can overtake it.
Well, no, the Lucid already overtook the Tesla. The Lucid, whatever. Yeah, there's a full electric car called Lucid Airstream.
What?
Look up the
Lucid.
Airstream. Lucid Motors. Yeah, you need to get on it there.
Interesting. Well, what's this? What's the stats, man?
Click on the fucking button.
What a Wikipedia article about this goddamn thing. I didn't know there was like so many electric car companies.
Yeah.
I've heard
Lucid.
of Tesla and Rivian. That's the only two I know.
Polestar's another one. Yeah. Lucid Air. Fully electric. Yeah, there's some wicked one. Air something. Airstream, Air.
Top speed of 217 miles per hour.
Yeah. Which is kind of low with everything considered.
Running on high-speed track at the Transportation Research Center in Ohio. Is that the Honda place?
There is a big...
A special version of the car with the limiter disabled hit 235 miles per hour. It's pretty good for a battery, dude.
I mean, a Bugatti does like 330, so...
I know, but electric cars haven't been around that long.
I know.
It's pretty intense. I'm just curious if it's going to go faster than the Tesla. That's all I'm wondering.
Faster? What do you mean faster?
I'm just thinking of like the 0 to 60.
0 to 60.
Because that's like the
Lucid, yeah.
the goddamn, what does it say? 0 to 60. Oh, not on there. Lucid Air. Spelled it wrong. 0 to 60. 2.42. That's a half second slower, dude.
1.9 for the Tesla, isn't it? The Plaid?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to beat Tesla, it's probably Dodge.
Yeah, it will be.
So, I'll be looking forward to that shit.
Let's do it. Why do they have electric vehicles in Star Wars? Oh, go. Go green,
Yeah,
bro.
they always got to fuel up. I never thought about that.
Also, what's like you have to charge your blasters. I'm out of
Battery packs,
battery
probably.
cells.
Yeah, dude. Or like they overheat, like the original Mass Effect. There's no bullets. What?
Was there ammo in the second one?
Yeah.
That's the difference, yeah.
Another reason to shit on the second one. 312, dude. 312.
I agree, actually.
And then Andromeda's like, way down there. The games I barely played.
Good day, guys.
What?
Do it. What?
Nothing, dude. Nothing. I didn't say anything. Just fucking get some dinner, dude. All right, friends. That was fun. Thanks for sticking with us.
Good day.
Barbecued younglings, dude. Or place your order today. We'll get you a side of ranch.
Side of ribs. Youngling ribs.
It's so graphic.
But they're good.